This is Henares making your day with an article in Time magazine entitled China Pulling Ahead. This is part 1. And we quote, 5 years ago, the consensus was that China, with its ballooning middle class, would need to undertake painful liberalizing political reforms lest its state capitalist system eventually collapse. Today, however, it looks like China's political and economic system is better positioned for the future than those of its major Western rivals, especially the United States. As I argued in a longer essay for Time this week, these are 5 facts that will help explain why. Number 1, China has the world's most powerful leader. At last week's successful 19th Party Congress made clear, Chinese President Xi Jinping has no equal among the world's most popular people. Xi spent his first 5 years consolidating his domestic power, launching a wide-ranging anti-corruption campaign that swept up more than 1.4 million party members, boosting his credibility with the Chinese people while sidelining his political rivals. Xi has been so successful in the pursuit of domestic power that Xi thought his personal political philosophy has now been enshrined in the China's constitution, making him the most powerful, most influential modern Chinese leader since Mao Zedong. All this at a time when liberal democracies around the world are struggling to keep the ship steady. From the perspective of the West, it is bad luck that the United States has its weakest president at the same time that China has its strongest leader. Number 2, China reaps global benefits from a state-controlled economy. But China did not need Xi's coronation last week to herald its arrival. While the United States economy remains 40% larger than China's in terms of gross domestic product, China's top-down control of its economy and state-owned enterprises means it can harness its economic power and channel it in ways Washington can only dream of. China writes checks to befriend other countries, as it does so without the demands the United States typically requires of its loan recipients, like adherence to human rights. Yes, the United States still has the almighty US dollar, the world's global reserve currency, which ensures it remains a player in the global economy for years to come. But China has a proactive plan to realize its global economic ambitions, the jewel of which is the One Belt, One Road infrastructure plan, a network of roads, ports, tracks, pipelines that will tie together the economies of more than 60 countries across Asia, Africa, and Europe. China's state capitalism that's powered the country's economy. It gives Beijing the ability to strategically engage the fracturing world in a way that Washington, with its diffuse and independent economic centers, cannot. More about this after these messages. This is Henares making your day with the first part of an article in Time magazine named China Pulling Ahead. Number 3, reason why China is pulling ahead. China keeps the population in line with state-created jobs. That same top-down control of its economy and willingness to throw money at problems serves Beijing well on the domestic front as well. Beijing has seen how technology and labor shocks have upended the politics of other major powers. It has no intention of following suit. And make no mistake about it, the same labor and technological trends that have displaced millions of middle-class workers are now making their way to the developing world. But China's state-dominated economy allows China to ride out tough economic times with minimal risk of social instability by creating jobs that serve no market purpose. For years, Western analysts have bemoaned China's social engineered stability as inefficient. And they were mostly right. But it just turns out that there are bigger problems confronting governments than labor inefficiency. More tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.